Hi, I'm Luna, and I'm doing the VR response to Kelly Bear. This is like way late, but I was like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and make a video on it because why not? You know, in case anyone's curious, because I've enjoyed watching everyone else's video and how they decided to choose the 5 decks they would take with them for a year if they can only have 5. And obviously, it's like going through it, like you can't just like grab your 5 favorites. You would need to like bring a couple of favorites and a couple other ones that would help fill in the gaps that your favorites didn't necessarily fill, like question-wise, like spiritual questions or everyday questions or feel-good, self-healing questions or whatever, like being able to read, having a good, well-rounded selection of decks that could help with like all kinds of stuff like shadow work and inner work on yourself. But anyway, with that said, I chose 5, well technically 6 because it's so hard to choose, and they're kind of like, when I was picking them, I realized that they were all elemental, well, and like, I have like the elements represented. Got cats everywhere. But anyway, let's get started, yay! So, yes, thank you for watching my channel. Yeah, I'm Luna, and I am crazy about tarot. So, anyway, let's start with Morgan Greer, first one off the bat. I love the 70s vibe, and this is an amazing deck. Like, I saw on a lot of people's videos, they were like, all of them were taking a traditional Rider-Waite, of some kind. And I do love the Albano weight, but this would be my traditional Rider-Waite. Even though it's not, Pixie's artwork, this would definitely be my traditional. I love the way it reads for me, and it's just so beautiful. The colors are still meaningful like they are in the Albano weight, very spiritual, deeper meanings with the colors and, chakra type colors. I love it. Gosh, I love this deck. And I love the 70s vibe of it, and it just, the vintagey feel. And it's just so beautiful. It speaks so well to me. So this is coming with me, and I love this Lover's card. Doesn't that look like the really hot actor from The Mummy? Like, what? I don't know his name, but yeah, he's so hot. So, anyway, it's like, why is she taking that deck? I don't know. Yeah, sorry. I have an amazing boyfriend, by the way. Yeah. Don't get jealous that that Lover's card so so awesome. All right, so Morgan Greer, because it is amazing. Like, yeah, duh. These cats. Okay. Anyway, next deck is the Lumina, and I'm taking this one because it's magical. Oh, I was going to say, so the Morgan Greer is like a earth element deck to me. It seems very earthy, because even like in the swords, a lot of them are holding, like, there's a lot of growth and greenness, and it feels very earthy. And this one, I don't really know what element it would correspond to. It doesn't really scream at me of just like one element, but it's very magical to me. So it's the magical element deck, and I absolutely love it. I love the sacred geometry. I love the pips and the minors, how pippish it is. Even though I didn't know how much I would love it, but the cats are growling. Hold on one second. I'm back. Alright, so the, it's just very, the sacred geometry I love. This deck reads so intuitively for me. Yes, it's just gorgeous. And the use of color, and I love the animals. Like the Wild Unknown is very popular, but it's not my top 5 to bring. I would leave it. Not to hate on it or anything, but I like that this one, and not that this one's similar, but it still brings in the animal, the nature, the wildness aspect to it as well. But I just love the modern, magical, colorful vibe of it. And it's so damn beautiful. Like, look at this. And it's got the most gorgeous Empress card ever. Look at this, Emperor. And the majors do have the astrological symbols, which I love. I love. Look at this. So it's got that very powerful sacred geometry, which is no joke, by the way. Sacred geometry is no joke. And that's all I'm going to say about it at the moment. But, yeah, the colors and everything. And Temperance. And look at this World card. Yeah. So, it's coming. This would be coming with me. And let's see, the next deck is the Fountain. here's the backing. We all know it's amazing, gorgeous, and beautiful, but, oh, so gorgeous. And look at this death card. This is such a creepy death card to me. It doesn't creep me out so much like it keeps me up at night, but it definitely hits a spot. And I feel like this one would be the air element, even though this deck is so spiritual too. It's magical in its own way, and I love this Empress card. I love that 9 of coins. See if I could find, can we find the Empress? Look at that one. 7 of coins. And this 3 of swords is one of my favorites. I love how it's not an actual heart. I like how the water is in the shape of a heart. So it's like your emotions and your thoughts are, you know, clashing in a way, or they're intersecting and not in a good way. And this 2 of coins, look at that. Doesn't that, I mean, tell me if that doesn't speak. It speaks to me. It's kind of like how the Morgan Greer, that minimalism, it kind of like boils it down to its essence, but that less is more vibe works with my reading style. I get so much from it, surprisingly. I was like thinking like how the Bonefire has tons and tons and tons of symbols in it, and when I first got it I thought, oh yeah, more symbols, but honestly it's like, and I love the Bonefire. I'm not saying that, but yeah, I don't know, I get a lot of emotion in this, with this deck. And even though it doesn't really have that feel, it gives me like an 80s feel somehow. I mean, it's still modern, but something about the 80s nature of it. I don't know if it's just the colors of like the wand suit or what, but this Wheel of Fortune, I love. I love that, whatever that device is called that helps the G-force, you know, like training astronauts. I'm like, it speaks to my inner child that always wanted to go to NASA space camp as a kid, but I never did. I got to go visit one summer, but I never got to go to space camp. Did anyone ever see that movie where the kids accidentally go into space? Like, it was awesome, right? 8 of Wands. King of Swords. Sorry, I'm in a rush. I'm trying to squeeze in these awesome videos for you guys, and this King of Cups, I mean, look at that. He speaks, gosh, it speaks to me. Look how precious this Page of Coins is. So all the pages are children. I love it. It captures that essence. Tell you what, this 9 of Wands, I love it too. I mean, gosh, I love them all, but this speaks to me, to like everything I love. It speaks to my childhood. It speaks to like my happiest memories, and it's coming. It's just coming. The Tower card is awesome. I'm looking. I'm so looking. It's just magical. It's a very magical deck. This Lover's card too. Look at that. And this one uses sacred geometry. It's a little bit more subtle than it is in the Lumina, but that's okay. For that Queen of Coins. I'm trying to find you guys the Empress. That 2 of Swords. This is gorgeous. So, she's in here somewhere, because I love her. You have to look at it. This 10 of Coins, by far one of my faves. Look at this. This is like the first time like a 10 of Coins spoke to me. Who's got the other 10 of Coins that I love? Oh yeah, the Morgan Greer. I was like, who's the other one? Where's the Empress? Okay, we'll show you the High Priestess and the Empress, and then we'll move on to the next. Gorgeous, isn't it? She's so beautiful. I don't know. In its simplicity, it says everything that I love about the tarot. Alright, so, next one. Alright, so Tarot the Sheep. This one I was originally thinking of my top 5. It wasn't in there, and I realized it's got to be in there. This deck is amazing. This is one of my favorite cards right here. The Dancer 10 of Cups, and I love the keywords in this deck. It's Heart Song. I love the she. I was just talking about, you know, Karen Marie Moning's one of my favorite authors, fiction authors, and she did it's called the Fever series. It's all about the she and the fae and Celtic mythology, and I just love it. And yeah, just everything about it. And then Dancer 8. So 8 of Cups, escaping stagnation. Powerful, powerful stuff. Here's a power card. This is the 7 of Swords. Coward betrays. But, yeah, even if the artwork doesn't necessarily speak to you, this, I highly recommend. This is definitely, this would fall into my shadow work. I don't have the Mary L, which is a popular shadow work deck, but I'm not planning on getting it, but, either. It's not on my wish list. Nothing wrong with it or anything. It's just, I got a lot of decks on my wish list, so, this one fills the spot for shadow work, inner working. I feel like, but it's in the sense like it wants to help you overcome any like negative self-beliefs, limiting beliefs, negative thought patterns. It really wants to help guide you, and that's what I love about it. And it is magical as well. Like all my decks are magical. Look at that, the 10 of Wands, Great Task. I love this card. It was like, oh, that's what the 10 of Wands is, like a bridge between worlds. Like you were undertaking being the bridge for 2 different worlds. But either way, and here's my card, the Warrior Princess. This is the Page of Wands, Gift of Courage. So anyway, this one is amazing. I don't use it a whole lot for others, but like when I love using it for myself. I don't use it for just any question though. Even though when I did my review on it, I said I could start using it for any question, but it's still, I just haven't had a chance to, devote a lot of time to it in that sense, but it's still amazing. It's got to go. It's got to come. And also I blackened the edges of it. I did this one and Bonefire. They're both a Schiffer Publishing, so I don't know if it's, anyway, I blackened both of their edges and I feel like it looks a lot better. Try not to use a Sharpie. Go get the black Copic marker. Makes it much easier and your hands don't get black for days after doing it. So there's that one. And then the last 2, 5 and 6. Okay, well, let me just say, and I feel like this is a fiery deck, by the way, in case you're curious about elements. But either way, the next one's the Gypsy Palace. These last 2 is Chamonix and Gypsy Palace. These are both my like new to me decks, so I would take these with me to study with. And this one's like the watery deck, Subconscious. Both of these were recommended by Avalon Spiritual Odyssey for people that were wanting something non-traditional, ready to move on to something different than like a traditional Rider-Waite or a Rider-Waite clone. So I was like, I'm totally down for just expanding my tarot knowledge, and so this is definitely, the Gypsy Palace would probably win out over the Chamonix because the tarot, the She, and the Chamonix are both like, to me, like shadow working, inner working decks, spiritual, very spiritual in nature, and so these are the ones that I would bring with me. Sorry. And yeah, I just absolutely love, but I would need to take it with me to get to know, because it is very intuitive, it's very deep, and there's lots of different things going on in these cards. And then the same for the Chamonix. This is the water deck, and it's just absolutely gorgeous, and that 2 of Cups is outrageous. There's that. So, non-traditional. So I have my traditional ones where I can pretty much answer any question, but, oh, and the cup suit is so beautiful on this one. And the majors are crazy good. So, in case anyone wants to see the 10 of Swords, look at that. So, anyway, there's my technically 6 decks, but because no one would deny me. Look at that High Priestess fell down. Or the Priestess. Yeah, there's a few name changes on the majors, but overall, absolutely stunning. Very spiritual as well. So basically, my decks are all magical. Magical and beautiful. So I hope everyone's enjoyed. I've enjoyed watching everyone's videos and just seeing what you guys choose and what would be definitely necessary to take with you. So it's like, you know, decks you're comfortable with that feel like home, feel like soul decks, and then decks that, you know, you could be learning from and they're, you know, getting to know better. So anyway, those are my choices, and I hope you guys enjoyed.